Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the 2023 Digital SVG Gospel Festival will continue this weekend with three shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening at the Russell's Auditorium. First up will be the ASL Auto and Real Estate Symphonies of Praise on Friday, featuring instrumental music with artists on the steel pan, saxophone, trumpet, keyboards, and guitar from 6 p.m. On Saturday evening, it will be the All Innis Come Sing a New Song contest, with 14 singers presenting their original songs for a first prize of $1,500 from 7 p.m. The Seventh day Adventist churches from across the nation will gather on Sunday evening for the Island Sips Water denominational concert, with a variety of presentations in song, dance, and poetry from 6 p.m. This year's festival officially opened last Sunday with an evening of glorious praise featuring a number of local gospel artists and will continue every weekend throughout the month of April. The festival will conclude on Sunday, April 28th, with the National Gospel Showcase. SVG Gospel Fest is being celebrated under the theme, A Glorious Celebration of the Gospel of Jesus Christ. A man who is said to be mentally ill was shot and injured during an incident with police. According to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the RSVGPF, on Thursday, officers at the Catilles police station received a report of a mentally ill man throwing stones at persons and vehicles at Rillan Hill, Poppink Road. As a result, a party of men were dispatched to the scene. The Rillan Hill resident, 25, was met at the public road with stones in his hands and behaving in a very aggressive manner. The police attempted to restrain the man, and in the process, he was shot in his leg. He was transported to the Bookament Polyclinic for medical treatment before being transferred to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Still on the local scene, St. Vincent and the Grenadines said it is pained and anguished at the upsurge in tension between Taiwan and China. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which holds in high regard the magnificent Chinese civilization and its national institutional expressions in China and Taiwan, urges mature diplomacy and constructive engagement as the pathways for peace, security, and prosperity for all across the Taiwan Strait and beyond, the government said in a statement. Relations between China and self-governing Taiwan, which the Chinese government views as a renegade province, deteriorated recently after a meeting between Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen and U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. China has sent warships into the seas around Taiwan as part of military drills. Taiwan and the U.S. plan to hold similar drills later this year. China is against the U.S. and other nations recognizing the independence of Taiwan. On to news in the region. St. Kitts and Nevis's Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has urged the international community to do more to assist developing countries like those in the Caribbean to deal with the impact of climate change. Addressing Caribbean ministers of finance and central bank governors at the International Monetary Fund spring meeting, Drew said his Twin Island Federation as sorry, highlighted his Twin Island Federation as one of the smallest among the community of nations, is proud to make a contribution to the global effort to find solutions to the multiplicity of issues that are faced as a collective. Prime Minister Drew said that it is no secret that St. Kitts and Nevis stands among the nations most heavily reliant on fossil fuels. He said 95% of the country's energy is derived from diesel, adding that this is a reality that they consider unsustainable, undesirable, and unacceptable. Through an agreement signed on November 8, 2022, the Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPHA became the recipient of financing to the tune of €149,976 from the German Agency for International Cooperation for the implementation of the global program Digital Transformation in the Caribbean. This was based on CARPHA's proposal developed in April of 2022 for capacity development for audio messaging as a tool for community outreach to improve health-seeking behaviors in the Caribbean. The overall objective of the project initiative is to improve access to public health education in the CAF member states. Audiopedia, an open source audible learning platform, will be used and customized for the Caribbean context by integrating content on the priority public health diseases. And finally, on the international scene, Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill banning most abortions after 6 weeks, paving the way for drastic changes in access to the procedure across the state. Opponents argue 6 weeks is before many women know they are pregnant. The law will not go into effect until a court rules on an ongoing legal challenge to the existing 15-week ban. We are proud to support life and family in the state of Florida, the governor said in a statement. He claimed the law would defend the dignity of human life and transform Florida into a pro family state. The state has been a safe haven for those seeking abortion in the country's southeast, since Roe v. Wade, which gave women in the U.S. the constitutional right to abortion, was overturned last year. The state's current 15-week limit on abortion is one of the most lenient in the southeast, with many traveling from other states to Florida to have the procedure. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WEFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.